to Trailer.mov, a brand new resource for anyone involved in children's ministry. Now we'll be focusing here on missionary stories and making available some really dynamic and colourful graphics that youth leaders and Sunday school teachers can use. You simply tell the story and advance the slide at your own speed. There's a website, talesoftruth.com. The format couldn't be more simple. You log on, you purchase the story and download it directly onto your own computer, and then go and teach that story to kids. Now through time we'll be adding stories like Corrie ten Boom, Jim Elliot, Hudson Taylor, Mary Jones, but the first one we're going to focus on is David Livingstone, an incredible story of the Scottish explorer who blazed a trail right through Africa, walking over 30,000 miles and some great adventures as he brought the word of God to the natives. There's over 25 pictures to use in this set. It's designed to be taught over 5 weeks or 5 different sessions. When you download a story, you'll be given a script on a PDF, and you simply print that out and you can read it, just recite what's on that sheet if you want, or if you're more involved in dynamic storytelling, then simply use this as a guideline and go for it yourself. You'll also be given a colouring in page, which is useful for younger children to run a colouring in contest or whatever, something to take away after the lesson. Now at Tales of Truth we have 2 different versions available of each story. They're both very reasonably priced, but the cheaper one is the standard version. And if you think of the flashcards that your Sunday school teacher used to have, these are still graphics but in a digital format. You advance them as and when you've given all the information that corresponds to that scene. For slightly bigger budget, there is the animated version, and we would thoroughly recommend this if you're able to stretch that extra £1 or £2. It has movement in the scene. You control the scene and advance all the characters as and when you choose. So it's much more dynamic for storytelling. On the click of a button you'll see the line has appeared. When I click the button again, David Livingstone appears. You build up the excitement, click the button again, and the gunshot goes off and the line falls. For this next scene here, when I press the button, a flock of birds will fly through the scene and Mary Livingstone will appear after that. So whenever you're telling a story, you control it and take as long as you want on each item, depending on the age group that you have. And as the next scene here is a good example. With the standard version, you simply get that one picture. But with the animated version, when we click the button again, you'll see that the sun has set and David Livingstone is waving farewell to his children. So there's a lot more there to use in the animated version. Now a lot of people like to ask, how is the artwork created? How do we go about making the scenes? And you'll notice the graphics are similar to what kids have in their video games or in their Pixar and Disney movies. And that's what makes the graphics here so appealing to teenagers as well as younger children. It's what they're used to seeing at home. The scenes are built up in layers as you've seen there, but the characters are built in wireframe models. And we developed them. This is the one that we used for David Livingstone. You'll see the hair has been added, and we're beginning to build up some textures, and some smooth shaded renders are applied to the character to give it that realism. Then as a final touch we photograph real people, and the information recorded in those high definition photographs is mapped round about the character, which gives them that unique, realistic feel. When that figure is then applied to the scene, we see ultra realism and a very engaging looking set of graphics. So that's really an overview of talesoftruth.com. We hope that will be real use to you in your ministry as you seek to reach children with the Word of God. Thank you.